worked here, close to the restaurant, because we lost our car.
Mm-hmm.
The guy at work kept on telling me, he's fucking with you, and I didn't listen to him. She said, you get an apartment, I'll be there in like 3 months, we'll sell the house. And I didn't listen. And next thing I know, she got her money from, when she did a big lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't need me no more, and she threw my clothes right at the restaurant in the garbage bag outside the restaurant.
How long have you and her been broken up?
5 years now.
Oh, bro, you still in that relationship. You're still in that.
I can't forget that.
You're still hurting from that relationship.
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah. 5 years later, it's almost like it was yesterday for you.
It seems like it.
Y'all notice that? We talk about that all the time.
There are certain things in my relationship. There's been 23 years of a divorce. That it seems like yesterday.
Wow. So what that means, what he just said, he's been divorced almost 23 years. And there's still aspects of that relationship that still hurt him or still bother him.
Yeah.
He's not over it 23 years later.
Mm-hmm.
23 years later. That's why it's so important why we do what we do. Because when it's over for me, it's over. Oh, I'm going to do everything. Look, man, if I'm having problems in my relationship, I'm going to do whatever I can to fix it. I'm going to sit down and be like, listen, baby, I'm going to be quiet. Tell me exactly what I need to do to make you happy. Tell me exactly what I need to do to make this relationship work. I'm going to be quiet. If my relationship on the line, and then once she tell me what I need to do, then I'm going to do it. But I tell you one thing, man, if I do everything I can to try to save the relationship and the relationship don't work and we split, ain't no second time around. I'll do everything I can while we in a relationship to try to make it work. But once we break up, that's it. There ain't gonna be no 2 years later we run into each other and the sparks take off. No, they will not. I'll be respectful. I'll say how you doing, but I do not want to be in a relationship with you. When I'm gone, I'm gone. And I ain't got no problem getting nobody off my mind. Word of the day is relationship. And a relationship, whether that's with family, friends, is a special bond we form with others. And these bonds are models for new relationships and teach us what works and what doesn't. This talk is for educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional guidance, advice, treatment, or diagnosis. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, substance use or abuse, or suicidal thoughts, dial 988. 988 is available 24/7 nationwide and staffed by trained crisis counselors who are just a text or a call away. 6 red flags in friendships and relationships. Red flags don't only apply to romantic relationships because they can also apply to friendships too. Also, there may be times when we overlook certain negative aspects because we hope that the relationship will work itself out. A lot of people stay in relationships that are toxic because they think that eventually it's going to work itself out. It don't work like that. Also, there may be times when we overlook certain negative aspects because we hope that the relationship will work itself out. We may find it hard to let go of a friend or a partner because it means admitting that you made a poor choice in trusting that person. Oh man, let me say that again. These are the people who always talking about all women. Because you've been hurt. All women are bad. All men are bad. No, let's say it again. We may find it hard to let go of a friend or a partner because it means admitting that you made a poor choice in trusting that person. And the person before that, and the person before that, and the person before that. You making bad choices. It's not all women. And if you going into the future, going into life thinking that all women are bad, all women are toxic because of 1 or 2 or 3, they won. They beat you. They not even in your relationship and they got your head messed up. They don't even talk to you. They out enjoying their life and here you are with your head messed up. You can't even get into a healthy relationship because you still stuck in the past. We may find it hard to let go of a friend or a partner because it means admitting that you made a poor choice and trusting that person. But if a relationship is or has turned toxic, it's best to leave before you end up even more hurt. Once you realize that a relationship is toxic, get out of it. It ain't gonna work itself out. And you ain't gonna fix nobody. We about to get down today. 6 red flags in friendship and relationships. Number 1, they only want you around when they need something from you. Because some people, it ain't that they love you. They love the fact that you got a car. That's where I'm going next. It ain't that they love you. It's what you bring to the table. And like my man just said, what you can do for them. There's some people hanging around people. Lose your car. Let your car break down. You ain't gonna get no phone calls. You ain't gonna be hanging around them because the purpose ain't there. The car, not you. Lose your job. And there's some people who ain't gonna talk to you. And some people ain't gonna talk to you until they find out you got paid. They don't want nothing to do with you unless you got something. Ain't that something?
I experienced that.
I've experienced it. Your role in a relationship is not as a therapist or a problem solver, and you aren't only there to fix their issues. A friend who only calls you when they need something from you does not see you as a real friend, but rather they see you as someone who fixes problems, and this is a red flag because it unbalances your relationship. If they see you as a problem fixer, and it's not give and take, where you help me with some of my problems while I'll help you with some of your problems. You always helping them with their stuff. That's not a balanced relationship. And the person who only uses you for your car, for your money, or what you can give them and what you can do for them, they don't see you as a friend. Because people don't treat their friends like that. They don't see you as a friend. You got to, sometimes, man, we got to come to grips with some stuff and admit some stuff in order to change. And when you look at it for what it really is, when you can say to yourself, you know what? This person really don't love me. Because when you love somebody, certain things you don't say to people you love and certain things you don't do to people that you love. But rather they see you as someone who fixes problems. And this is a red flag because it unbalances the relationship. They will expect you to carry their responsibilities and hold you accountable for the things that happen in their life. They will expect you to carry their responsibilities and hold you accountable for the things that happen in their life. 6 red flags in friendships and relationships. They isolate you from others.
Friendship is just female alone, man too.
Yeah.
Because I have, well, in the island, I have friends. When I said that friend, and I experienced that when we used to go riding, like bicycle riding, and when he said, like I said, in and down, I said, man, I go in, he said, you have send a boy about you, have a bad. How it is, if he tell me, said, if he said to me, say, man, we're going someplace, and he said to me, say, and I said, don't, I said, I don't want to, he said, don't worry about it. He have me, and if I say the same thing to him, you know I got him. So we always, know what I'm saying?
What's the point, man? Come on, because I want to get back to
No,
this.
the point is, he just don't rely on me alone. We help each other. When he got, I got. And when I got, he got.
Okay, all right.
Something like that.
6 red flags in friendships and relationships. Number 2, they isolate you from others. Relationships are not an excuse to be possessive. And if a partner or friend begins to demand more time from you, it monitors your activities. They driving around, they say outside your job park. They monitor your activities. They want to get on your phone and see who you've been texting, who you've been emailing, who you've been talking to. They monitor your activities or show signs of being controlling. Then that is a sure sign that you should do your best to make sure the relationship is short-lived. Get out of it. 6 red flags in friendships and relationships. Number 3, they never put in the effort. You're the one always putting in the effort. You're planning vacations. You're planning activities. You're planning to go out to eat. You're doing everything. You're trying to get a home secured. You're trying to get a car secured. They're not doing nothing. They never put in the effort. Healthy relationships are reciprocal, which means they go both ways. If your friend or partner treats the relationship like an emotional support trust fund, it's not a relationship. It's a business transaction that benefits only them. There might be relationships that we want to hold on to because there's a lot of history. So a lot of times we hold on to relationships because there's history there. You invested a lot of time with this person. So a lot of times that trumps the BS in the relationship. Well, at least I know her. It ain't what I want, but I know what to expect from this person. Well, I've been with her for a long time. I'm just going to throw away no 10 years.
Familiar.
familiar. I'm familiar with her. Man, if you've been with somebody for 10 years and the only year was the first year that was good, and you trying to say, I've been with her for 10 years, only one been good, the rest been horrible, get out. There might be relationships that we want to hold on to because there's a lot of history. And if that's the case, talk to the person. Don't just end it because you got history with that person. Talk to the person, try to figure some stuff out and let them know how you're feeling and attempt to create a space where your needs are heard and met. But if they persist and refuse to listen or accept you, maybe it's time to walk away. 6 flags in friendships and relationships. Number 4, they're quick to complain and talk about you. I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody. I got to overhear you talking about me. You walk in the house and she on the phone with a girlfriend. Yeah, girl, and he been doing this, and I don't like that. And I'm out. I'm out. I'm not going to talk about my girl. And I'm not going to have somebody who's supposed to be in a relationship with me who say they love me when I'm not around. You talking about me? No one likes their flaws pointed out to them, except maybe when it involves constructive and educational criticism. But pointing out someone's flaws and trying to make it seem like you're trying to help them is shady. So pointing out somebody's flaws and trying to make it look like you helping that person, that's some shady stuff. The people you enter into a relationship with should not be coddling, but accepting and understanding of who you are and what you want to achieve. People who only point out your flaws and shortcomings are toxic and abusive, so try to avoid developing a deep relationship with these kind of people. 6 red flags in friendships and relationships. Number 5, they hijack and monopolize the relationship. I'm gonna tell you how people hijack a relationship and monopolize a relationship. They always put their needs first. As said, relationships are not one-way streets. 2 people connect through shared thoughts, ideas, and objectives. But when one party begins to dominate and monopolize the relationship, it's a sign that they're no longer interested in what the other person brings to the table. So when it's all about me, I no longer care about you. When I put me first all the time, I'm no longer concerned about you. Man, we got to be careful about who we call in our friends, man. We got to be careful on who we call in our friends, because there's some friends we done had for some years. Years, bro. And the only reason we still friends with them is because they haven't been put in a position where they can fold on us yet. You got some people around you, they drink with you, they eat with you, they might smoke with you, they go spend money with you. They in for all the good times. And these be some of the same people that if the opportunity arise and you fell out and was going through convulsions and about to die, they gonna leave and act like they wasn't with you. Leave you there. There are some people who you hang with, man. You might be out there committing crimes with. Y'all getting it in. Committing crimes together, doing stuff you ain't supposed to do. And then once y'all get caught, woo, a lot of times, man, friendships haven't been tested. So you don't know if that's really your friend. As said, relationships are not one-way streets. 2 people connect through shared thoughts, ideas, and objectives. But when one party begins to dominate and monopolize the relationship, it's a sign that they're no longer interested in what the other person brings to the table. If that person chooses to remain in the relationship, they're doing it with the sole purpose of getting their personal needs met. If they persist and try to monopolize, then you have to leave. 6 red flags in friendships and relationships. And the final one, number 6, they don't treat you like a friend. You ever hear somebody say, I want to be in a relationship with my best friend? See, because a lot of times we get attracted to somebody. See, but attraction don't stand up under pressure. Attraction don't stand up under pressure, bro. She can look good, but that don't mean she gonna stand up under pressure. This last red flag can be a bit subtle, but it includes all the previous points. Relationships, including romantic ones, have a degree of friendship involved. You both should treat each other kindly, care for each other, and also be able to trust and be vulnerable with each other. If your friend or partner does not attempt to establish trust or a bond, try to talk it through first. Both of you should be willing to create trust between each other, because you don't need to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't respect, trust, or accept you for who you are. 6 red flags in friendships and relationships. Number 1 is they only want you around when they need something from you. Number 2 red flag is they isolate you from others. Number 3 red flag is they never put in the effort. You're the only one putting in effort in this relationship. It's one-sided. Number 4, they're quick to complain and talk about you. Don't be in a relationship with nobody that talk about you, man. We got family and friends. Don't it hurt when your family and your friends talk about you when they get back to you?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is.
That's a slap in the face when you got a family or a friend and some information came back to you that they just put out about you. And you know they put it out there because they were the only one who knew. Whoa. Number 4, they quick to complain and talk about you. Number 5, they hijack and monopolize the relationship. They want to control you. They want to control and dominate the relationship. See, when you got a relationship, it's not about controlling and dominating the damn thing. Let me say it again because y'all looking kind of funny. It's not about dominating a damn thing in your relationship. There has to be balance. So what that means is you respect what your woman has to say. You respect what she brings to the table. She can have some good ideas for some stuff. They don't treat you like a friend. That's what you got to also understand. When you're in a relationship with somebody, y'all need to be friends. Or why are you even in a relationship? And I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be damned if I treat my friends better than I treat my woman. Bros over hoes, I don't understand it. I don't understand that. I don't understand how you rather hang out with your friends than go lay up with your woman. Like, what are you talking about? Are you serious? So I'd rather be at the bar drinking nasty beer, hanging around a bunch of hard legs, laughing about nothing, talking about sports that ain't nothing, when I can be at the house, laid up with a fine little thing, with the TV on. Are y'all serious? I mean, it's not even a question to me. I mean, I don't mind hanging out with my homeboys, but when it's time to go home, it's time to go home. Any questions, concerns, or comments, y'all, before we head out today?
Just like teeth, friendships, some of them are good for like baby dates.
Mm-hmm.
And friendships are like that, and then eventually you get rid of those. It's just natural. You're gonna outgrow some friendships.
Right.
It's like you outgrow some teeth.
Right.
And you move on to the next part.
Yep.
It's like your consciousness grows, and so you understand that I don't want to keep doing what I'm doing. If they
Right.
start there, they're what they want to do, that's fine. But for me, I gotta move on.
Right.
You shouldn't have any problem. Actually, you should expect it. I'm just saying that I would pretty much put a bow on it. That just like teeth, you're gonna outgrow some friendships.
And then you got some friends who you might not talk to them in like 6 months. But every single time you talk to them, man, it's like y'all never skip a beat.
Yeah.
Them are some of the best friends in the world. They don't need constant maintenance. I'm talking about a friend that you don't, a month go by, 2 months go by. But when y'all do talk, y'all catch up, and it's like y'all never stop talking to each other. Them the kind of friends that are real friends. A true friend don't expect nothing from you, man. They just want to see you doing good. A true friend or family member, they don't want nothing from you. They just want to see you doing good. That's all. Just do good. As long as you doing good, they'll help you. But as long as you on that stuff, they don't want nothing to do with you. They don't want that stuff in their life. So a true friend, man, is somebody who's going to be there and who is there. And they might not be there every single day of your life, but they there when you call. And they there when you need them. That's a true friend.
I like when he passed away, but he was a true friend to me. I promised him, say, whenever within me and him, if anything go wrong with him, I'll be there. And I said, he tell me, but he passed away. And the only thing I couldn't do for him.
When did he pass away?
He passed away about 2 years ago.
Okay.
But the only thing I couldn't do for him is to go and the grave with him. But I'll be there with him at the hospital, I'll be there everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Was at the nursing home, I'll be there, and I was the last place I'll be there with him at the funeral.
Right. That's a real friend.
Yeah, it is.
That's a real friend. Go with you to the hospital, to your appointments, all of that. Only thing he couldn't do was go in the ground with him. That's a real friend.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Good point. Any other questions, concerns, or comments? All right, well, hey, y'all have a good day.